everyone. If you're super pale like me and you're absolutely sick of drugstore foundations that turn you orange, then you need to stop scrolling right now and watch this video. Today, I'm testing out the Rimmel Lasting Finish foundation, but is the lightest shade actually light enough for pale skin like ours? Does it oxidize, and will it actually last for 8 hours on ghostly pale skin? Stay to the end, because I'm going to be comparing it side by side with lots of other popular drugstore foundations so you don't waste your money. By the way, I make videos all about makeup for pale skin, so if you're sick of foundation lines that never match you, hit subscribe and join the Pale Skin Club. This foundation claims to have up to 35-hour wear. It's also meant to be full coverage, and it's only $9.99 at the drugstore. The question is it going to leave me looking flawless or like a flaming hot Cheeto after I put it on? I've got 2 pumps of the foundation here on my hand. I'm going to go straight in with a brush on this side of my face and we'll see what it's going to look like on my extra pale skin. This is the lightest shade 001 Pearl. Straight off the bat, it's looking incredibly smooth. I am really enjoying putting that on. I will put all of the details about my skin in a pinned comment and my other shade matches, but straight away I can tell you that this is looking really, really nice on my dry skin. Bringing it down onto the chin. Around my nose is usually a tricky spot. I tend to get dryness there. I'm now just bringing it onto the forehead and we'll see what it looks like up there. So this is what the foundation is now looking like. This is foundation side. I used about 1 pump on half of my face, and this is my skin with nothing on it. Foundation, nothing. Close for you to see. That's what my forehead is looking like. It doesn't appear to be sitting in any lines. Seems to be okay around my nose, and overall looks extremely smooth. I don't think it's full coverage, but it's on the fuller side of medium. We're going to let that sit for a minute to see if this foundation is going to oxidize. But while we wait, why don't we compare it to some other incredibly popular drugstore foundations, and we'll see what the lightest shades look like compared side by side on my arm. So the first foundation swatch on my arm is the foundation we're testing today. So this is the Rimmel Lasting Finish in 001 Pearl. Next up, we have the Rimmel Match Perfection in 001 Fair Porcelain. I'm amazed that this is considerably darker than the Lasting Finish. Then we have the e.l.f. Soft Glam Foundation in the shade 10 Fair Cool. Next along, we have the Revolution Skin Silk Foundation in the shade F05. Here we have the L'Oreal True Match Foundation in the shade 0.5N. Then we have the Maybelline Luminous and Smooth Foundation in the shade 095. Then we have the Maybelline Superstay Skin Tint in the shade 02. And finally, the e.l.f. Halo Glow Skin Tint in the shade 1 Fair Neutral. So those are the swatches for you all to compare. Pretty shocking how different they all are. And those have been sat on my arm now for a good 10-15 minutes. So if they were going to oxidize, you would have seen it already. So again, if you see this, this is what we want to avoid. This weird orange shift that's happening with the Match Perfection. The irony in the name there. Okay, so I think if the foundation was going to oxidize, it would have done so by now. It's been on that side of my face for a few minutes. It still looks just as light as when I first applied it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the foundation on the rest of my face and get back to you. Here's what the foundation looks like all over my entire face. Here is the foundation with the rest of my makeup on. I can see a little bit of dryness just around the top of my nose here. Seems to be okay in the corners though, but to be honest, the skin on my nose is very dry at the moment. I can see a tiny bit of settling into my smile lines, but again, I get that with most foundations. It's looking really smooth over most of my face. I do want to tell you that this is not transfer proof. So if I touch my face now, there's going to be a little bit of foundation on it. I'm interested to see how that is going to play in terms of the wear test. Okay, I'm back and I've been wearing this for about 4.5 hours now. Has it gone patchy? Is there dryness that's being exacerbated? Let's have a closer look together. So, the majority of the foundation is still looking excellent and completely intact, despite the fact that I've been eating, drinking, talking. I went for a walk outside in about 24-degree weather. The only place it's starting to look like it's breaking down a little is in my smile lines on both sides, and just around my nose here it has started to sort of gather into patches. I was hoping to get a little bit more lasting power out of it. I would give it a solid 7.5 out of 10 overall, because I think the finish is beautiful and my makeup is still very much on my face. It probably just needs a little quick pat down with a brush or even my fingers to make sure that it's nice and smooth again. Final verdict, it's got good lasting power, not amazing. It doesn't oxidize, so it's 100% suitable for very fair skin tones. If you have extremely oily skin, I'm not sure how it would perform, although it did hold up really well in hot, sweaty weather. Is it worth it for pale skin? Absolutely. It's a really affordable alternative that does come in the lightest of shades. So the pros, it's affordable, it's easy to apply, it was easy to get a good shade match, it's got very good coverage. Cons, it's not as long lasting as I expected, considering that it's called Lasting Finish. Compared to other foundations, I still think it's an excellent drugstore option, but it's not my absolute top favorite of all time. So if you're pale like me, let me know what your favorite foundation is in the comments, because I'm always on the hunt for my next perfect match. Have an awesome day. Bye.